Hey, everybody. We are back. This is Michelle Spar with Mom, You're Embarrassing Me. And I'm here with my daughter, Jordan, who is back in the studio with me. And I've missed her so much. I missed you. No one thought you were real.
I know.
Everybody
I still don't think they do because they see me.
Right. They see me so often.
Yeah.
And then they're like, who is this Jordan? Michelle, you're lying. You're lying. So she's back in studio today. I'm super excited. And we're here with a very, very special guest. So you take it away and tell them who we're here with and why you came back in studio. There's only one person that could get her back here.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Cody Sivan, aka Cody Brick, aka the founder of Brick Wall Pickleball. Welcome, Cody.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
How are you doing?
I'm very well. I'm having a good day, good week, good life.
Good. I'm so excited because we see your stuff pop up all the time, like Brick Wall. So we were both super stoked to have you here.
It was perfect. She gives us some. She's like, how about this person, this person, this person, this person? I'm like, Cody sounds great. Let's do it.
Yeah. Again, you're the reason that she came back in studio. So
I feel very special.
Let's tell the people who you are, kind of what Brick Wall Pickleball is all about. And for people who don't know what it is at all, can you give us some background there and what really inspired you to hit the ground running with this style tournaments?
Yeah, absolutely. So I am Cody Sivan. I started playing pickleball, I want to say like 3 years ago. And I was still playing college baseball at the time. And after I finished up that, I wanted to dive into trying to compete professionally. And I moved down to South Florida. I got a teaching pro job in Boca Raton. And then I started playing PPAs and APPs and all that fun stuff and traveling the country and teaching and playing qualies. And very, very quickly, it felt like it wasn't financially viable. It may be for some other people, but I just couldn't afford to make it happen. And so I wanted to continue to compete at the pro level. And fortunately, being in Southeast Florida, it's such a hotbed. And so I just started putting on little events. You guys know Frankie Meredith?
Yes. Yeah. I've played in some of his tournaments. Love him.
He's the best. And
started it all, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's
genuinely one of the first, anyways.
I think he's one of the fathers of certainly Mid-Atlantic pickleball, but I mean, you could give him credit to a lot more than that. And so I started throwing together basically Frankie's down in South Florida and just kind of copying and replicating it. And then over a couple of months, it became obvious that my experience was a shared experience, and they just got more and more popular. And so going into January of last year, 2025, we turned it into Brick Wall Pickleball and Brick Wall Pro Series and created a points, a rankings, and all that fun stuff. And fast forward about 14 months, and we've established 4 regions, and we're hosting events regularly in Baltimore, Chicago, Atlanta, and South Florida. And we'll be expanding to California and Texas soon, and just trying to create a full-fledged independent pro series that's centered around the players and around the community.
Well, you pretty much just answered every question we already had on here. Throw this out.
Okay. He just
now
told
what
us
are we
where
gonna
he's
ask him?
traveling. That's
All right,
amazing.
okay, so here's a question. So I met you because you were, oh my gosh, it was Rockville, Dill Dinker's Rockville, right? Is that where you were? Yeah. And so I met you there. And then with Heidi and Wayman, and they said, he's moving to Florida. So is that why you moved to Florida, is for pickleball to try to make it?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a bit of a wanderer. Florida was, I think, my 5th or 6th state I lived in. And so I just like to hop up and move. And but the reason I picked Florida was because of pickleball. And then I just kind of found a way to work my way down there.
Tell us a little bit about your baseball career, because I know you're a very talented baseball player.
Thank you. I've been playing since I was 3, and my first word was ball, actually. And
sorry, Mom.
Yeah, that was second.
Okay.
But I played through high school. I played junior college, and I hopped around the country just searching for opportunity. And so I played I redshirted at a junior college in California. Then I played 2 years at Hagerstown Community College in Maryland.
So where in California?
Yeah, I was at Sierra College in Rockland, California, just east of Sacramento in the north.
Okay. All right. Because we were Southern Cal. So.
You're from there?
Oregon originally, then LA County. Went to high school near Los Angeles, and then all of our family lives in like Central California, and Jordan lived there for a little bit as well. So
Yeah.
How did you end up here or back east?
Right? That's what I keep asking myself. I'm like, what path did I come here? No, I came here in college. My parents moved here when I was in college in Oregon, and then I transferred and played volleyball at George Mason. So,
that's so cool.
Yeah. So that's what brought me here. And then this is the only place
doesn't fall far from the tree.
Well, she has never lived anywhere. So I'm like you, like I'm a wanderer until I moved here and have kids. And then I'm like, it's harder to wander now. Right.
Sure.
But she's lived in the same 5 mile her entire life.
Yeah. And I'm still here. Well, I lived in California for a brief second.
True. What am I talking about? Except for
2 years. And then I found my way back home. So
what part of Cali were you in?
I was in Central Coast. It's called San Luis Obispo. I don't know if you've ever heard of.
It's beautiful there.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Cal Poly, if you know the college out there.
They have a great summer college baseball team there.
Yes. Baseball is a big sport for them. I realized that when we were down there. I was like, wow.
Yeah, and her cousin, my nephew, played soccer
there.
Soccer at Cal Poly.
Oh, very cool.
But anyways, how far did your pickleball pro career last, or how long and how far did you go in that?
In a way, it's still going. I think the platform has changed, so not as much anymore, but I still compete at Brick Wall. In the PPA tent, I never went. I couldn't get it going as well as I would have liked. I wasn't breaking into main draws. I was winning rounds and qualies. I had some nice wins over some really good players, but kept getting knocked out before I could really make a push.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, same.
Why do you laugh?
No, but when it comes to pro events, it's so expensive. And I know that's one of your biggest things about Brick Wall is the cost of it. And so can you give us a little bit of what it looks like versus, there's people, I know there's like the US Open, we went last year and to play in one event, it was like $300. I was like, and we lost in 2 games. It
didn't cost her $300. Well, it cost me $300 to pay for her to come.
Yeah.
But you know how it is. Yeah. Why is that part of the reason you started Brick Wall is to?
That's the core of it. Yeah. It's, I think that pro pickleball fundamentally just has distanced itself more from being an accessible place. And I mean, you touched on it there, but playing a PPA pro quality is $320 for a single event. So obviously that's before travel and accommodation, and it's not dissimilar for an APP or Challenger or the US Open or Nationals. I mean, to compete in any one of these events, just in registration fees, you're looking at $500-$700, and then between travel and all that, you're looking at $1,000, $1,500, $2,000. It's and they don't pay out anything unless you are one of the top 6 to 8 players. It's just not a financial reality. And so with Brick Wall, the core point of the entry fee being what it is we want it to be financially accessible. I don't want players to have to decide between paying rent on time and coming out to compete. I don't want players to ask their parents. We have so many young kids now. We've had 13-year-olds who came out and are incredible. And I don't want them to, if they don't have parents who are financially privileged, I don't want them to feel like they don't have an opportunity to compete because their parents don't have the $100 to send them to Brick Wall.
Absolutely. And that's what, the more expensive it gets and the more similar it becomes to tennis, and then it becomes a privileged sport.
100%.
And I would be 100%. Very sad to see pickleball go that route.
1,000%. It shouldn't be I don't think any sport should be, but I think the foundations are entrenched for tennis. It's built this over decades. And I don't think pickleball has to go that way. And I really like to do what we can to prevent it.
Yeah.
I think you're doing a good job.
Thank you.
And with the age, I do see like a lot of the people who are coming up top on Brick Wall are younger people.
It's incredible.
You have a few older people here and there, but just the attention that it brings to the young crowd. I mean, I've seen you from the beginning. I've been following you from the beginning to like where you are now. And it's just incredible to see some of these big names come through Brick Wall too, to be like, wow, that is something else for you to be able to attract that.
Yeah. Okay. How?
Yeah.
Is that you're going to be your
secret formula to this?
What do you think it is that you're doing that is attracting these players to come and play for your tournaments versus like putting the work in just
Sure, yeah. I think the value proposition has become really easy for us because, if you compare it to quali or a challenger, it's Brick Wall has a lower cost of entry, a higher average payout, or a much higher payout, a higher game minimum. So you're guaranteed to play more games against a better average DUPR opponent. So the competition is better. You get to play more teams. You get to do it at a lower cost. And if you happen to succeed, then you have a chance to win more money. So there's just every piece of the player experience, start to finish, is enhanced.
And I think the ranking thing with the points is so cool because it brings people back because they want to be on top. So can you kind of tell us what that's about? How do people earn these points? Is it point per game won, or how does that work?
Yeah, so we have all of our events follow a pool play feeding into bracket system. And so a pool play win isn't worth quite as much as a bracket win and a semi win and a final win. But it's a really simple key. We have it on our social and our website, but it's you get 1 point for showing up, 3 for each pool play win, 5 for each bracket win, 8 for a semifinal win, 12 for winning the whole thing, and 5 for winning bronze. Obviously, it does have the effect of getting people to come back, which is nice, but it was designed with the idea in mind, again, of not making it a system where you had to come and play all the time in order to be competitive. Because you look at, again, the challenger, it's, the top, 8 players at the end of the season get invited to the championships, and you're talking about thousands of players competing throughout the season. So unless you're willing to commit to playing 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 challengers and eating $10, $15, $20,000 throughout the year, it's just not doable. And so we wanted our system to be designed so that, in theory, if you can come out and dominate 2 or 3 times throughout the season, you still have a chance to make the regional final. Obviously, your life's easier the more you can play, but it's not inaccessible if you are coming from further away or if you can only afford to play a handful of times. And so it is favored towards those who are having success, making deep runs, which I think is pretty cool.
So how does it work at the end? Do you bring all of the regions together then, and how many people make it?
Yeah, exactly. So, 2025 was our first season. And so the top 32 individual players in each region got to compete in a big free-to-play regional final. Within the regional final, you have a draft-based system. So you take the Mid-Atlantic, for example. Oscar and Sunil finished tied for first. And so they were planning to just draft each other. So that works out. And then the 3 seed is James Broker. And so he drafted, I want to say, David Beeger. And then the 4 seed gets the next pick, and so forth and so on. And then this is happening in all 4 regions. They play through the regional final, and then the top teams from each came together to compete at, again, a free-to-play national championship at the Fort in Fort Lauderdale for $15,000.
Oh my gosh!
Wow,
I need to get better.
The struggle is real.
It is. But you do men's, women's, mixed.
Exactly.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm like thinking about $15,000. I'm like, what could I do with that?
I think it'll be more this year, actually.
Oh wow, that's
she
awesome.
can move out of my basement. No, I'm just joking. She doesn't live with me. I'm just joking.
It's okay, Mom. You don't have to. It's fine. I did see that you guys are already at $41,000.
Our payout so far, career, I guess, would be, we finished around 92 last year, so about 136,000 through our first 14 months, and then this year through the first 8 weeks of the season, we're at just over 41. After this upcoming weekend, we have another Mid-Atlantic. I think we have another 5-6K on the line this weekend, so we'll jump up to 47 and so forth and so on.
What's your season? Is your season up for a full year?
Essentially, yeah. So the regular season runs from January through the end of September, and then your regional finals take place in October, and then the national championship in November, and then you kind of have like a 6-week off season, and then we do it all again.
Wow. Okay. So then for the whole season, your projected payout would be about for 2026?
I think anywhere between $250,000 and $500,000. I think we're shooting to be on the higher end of that. But I think I'd be shocked if we come in under $250,000.
Wow. That is insane, Cody.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous. That is so cool. I love hearing that. So awesome. That's so awesome. Okay. So then here's my question. So people hear numbers like that and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to start doing these because then I'm going to like rake it in as a tournament director, right?
Sure.
So what is your advice to those people? What are your thoughts on that? A tournament director thinking that they want to do this so they can make a bunch of money.
I would say do not do pro events. Don't touch it. There's no money in it. We're not making money. it's really a labor of love. I mean, it's not lost on me that if Brick Wall continues to grow and grow and grow, it could be very nice for me. But it's never been about making money. It really hasn't made any money. And especially for a one-off event or a short-term series, there's just no money in putting together these events. And but that's not to say don't do it. I think it's awesome. The more people who are putting on these big community events that are designed around player experience and putting money back in the hands of the players, I think the better. I've had this conversation that we're theorizing about here probably 20 times in the past.
I'm sure. That's why I asked it, because I hear people that I know just saying, oh my gosh, we're going to do this, It's
really funny for us because we've seen, genuinely probably, I've had about 15 of these conversations. Then separately, we've seen about 10 or 12, I don't want to say full copycats, but people who replicate the exact format or points, or we've even had people who copied the exact language from our flyer and just swapped the colors and created a logo several times in several states. And we've never worried about it because knowing the people behind it, that they're in it to make money, and we know that they'll figure out pretty quickly that the amount of money left at the end isn't worth the time. Unless you really love it. It's funny to see, actually.
It's kind of like owning a pickleball facility in a lot of cases, right? I mean, there are some that are making money, but a lot of them, you got to really love it because the amount of time that you have to put into and invest into it doesn't always pay out like what you might think it would. Anyways, that's my 2 cents on that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Where do you see Brick Wall going in 5 years? What's your 5-year vision of this? Like if we were to come to another podcast with you
in 5 years,
what would you be telling us?
Hope to be telling us.
Hopefully.
I think I would hope, I believe in 5 years, we can be the preeminent international pro pickleball system.
Like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay. So what advice would you give PPA, APP, MLP? Do you have any advice? Because you're in the grassroots community level of it.
She's asking you really hard questions.
I know, this is a hard question. Putting you on the spot.
That's a good question. I think fundamentally our organization and theirs are not aligned with our vision of the future of the sport. Pardo's on the record saying that him and Tom Dundon talked about the opportunity to own a sport, and they're actively trying to monopolize it. Yeah. And so I don't think they give a shit about what I say in the first place. I guess we could start there.
That's what I meant. You know what? But our listeners do give a shit about what you say. So
I hope that there's somewhere in the ballpark of 30 pro organizations worldwide that are in some way vying for the future of the sport, whether it's obviously the PPA, APP, MLP, even under the same umbrella, Brick Wall, RTA in Europe, Top Series is a new, I think like Dubai and France backed tour launching in Europe, and the CNPL and the Pickleball DJoy in Vietnam. Like there's so many organizations, and I just hope that obviously there will be consolidation over the next half decade. And I truly, truly, truly hope that whatever the end picture looks like, it's a system that gives players a legitimate opportunity and makes some sort of vague attempt to return to a meritocratic system. Because right now what you see with the PPA and the APP is just fundamentally not meritocratic. And it would really, I think, I don't want to say ruin the sport, because there's always going to be the grassroots and the community and the recreational level, but I think that it would be catastrophic to the future of the professional game if they close the doors and create a system of favoritism and get away from that.
And I hope that pickleball, the players and the community and the other organizers will push back, will continue. There is pushback even now. And I hope that continues. And I agree with you. It'd be such a shame, because that's not what the sport is about. And I feel like it's too early in the sport's history to get to that.
Agreed. The talent well is so freaking deep. I mean, people would not believe. Like, I was thinking the other day, Len Yang, who's an incredible player and an incredible guy. He just signed PPA a few weeks ago, and then right off the bat makes a semis run with Colin Johns. I mean, that's unbelievable. And most people who are not in the know, obviously in the pro community, he's well known, but most people in the know would have told you he's no good because he's not PPA signed. And then after that semis run, 4 days later, they lose to a team out of qualies in the first round just yesterday. A friend of mine, Danny Myron from Atlanta. Like the talent pool is so freaking deep. There's 13-year-olds who can beat pros. I see it at Brick Wall. We have 44-year-olds, Andreas Silverstrom, who beat every APP pro you can think of through. I think they won 4 straight Brick Walls down there. And he's just not on tour, but it doesn't mean he's not a 6-0 player. I mean, he's an incredible player. Like the talent pool is so freaking deep, and it's only going to get better and better and better. So I'd hate to see the doors closed too early.
Yeah, I agree. So speaking of like these players, I think I saw somewhere that the average DUPR at one point was actually higher than what the average PPA DUPR was. Did I read that correctly? Or
close.
Or close enough where we can just say it's
no, it's higher than a PPA quali and APP quali. It's higher than the PPA Challenger. It's higher than PPA Australia or Asia. I don't think we'll ever be. I think we've done the math, and I think it's really hard to go much higher than we're going now, even though we have the 6-0s and 6-2s.
Because they're signed and they can't. Those players are
correct. It's the bottom and the top end. On the bottom end, we're too accessible, like that you can come and compete as a 4-7, 4-8, 4-9 and not feel like you're just wasting $500. And so those guys come and we love it. We love having them, but that pulls the average down. And then on the top end, it's a closed system. A lot of those folks I know would play. They've tried to play and they've been told no, but without the 6-7s and 6-9s, the average kind of stays where it is, but I'm happy where it is.
Good. So good. So good. Before we move on, did you have anything else you wanted to add about that?
I'm just enjoying this conversation.
I know, me too.
I actually am curious about how big your company, Brick Wall, do you have people who work for you and go down, like who work in Florida, who go travel? Do you travel to every event?
I travel to the vast majority of them. My Spirit airline points are stacking up.
That's crazy. I was wondering if you're bouncing all around.
Yeah, because you keep saying we. I was wondering the same thing. Like, who's your team?
Yeah.
So there's 2 of us who are like 24/7, 365 full time. It's myself and my partner Mariah who are working on it all day, every day. And then, I think you could put as many as like 6 or 7 more people kind of under the Brick Wall umbrella. Whether it's we have 2 awesome web developers who are handling everything. I don't know how to do anything technology, and so they built that beautiful website and a lot of new stuff in the works. And we have, like you touched on, day of event directors in Florida and Atlanta and now Chicago and Baltimore who are kind of either in training or starting to take over that way. If I have to be in Chicago, they can be running it in Atlanta and so forth.
Especially if you're going to be moving west. Yeah, you can't be everywhere.
Yeah.
I wish.
Oh, I know, right?
I did notice your website. I work for a digital marketing agency.
Oh, that's so fun.
That was the first thing I noticed. I was like, wow, this website is put together well. I like it.
Shout out Kevin Figueroa and Lucas Rodriguez. They're the best in the game.
Yeah, I was like very shocked. I don't know why I was shocked, maybe because I just
shocked because you like
the way you have it organized. I'm like, people know exactly where to go when they need to find something about Brick Wall. So I give you kudos to that. It's very well done.
Shout out them. They're the best.
So I was going to ask, you know of USLPL, right? US Legend. Yeah. So, right. So, I'm the lead correspondent for them.
Yes, and I do.
And the commentator and all that. And I feel like what you're doing is similar to what USLPL is hoping to do too, which is to make it more accessible, give some really high level pickleball opportunities to people who might be in that in between, or people who don't have the time, money, or the commitment to go to all the qualies and really make a push for PPA. And especially with our crowd, we're looking at 35 plus and then the 50 plus. Sure. It's really hard to be breaking in.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then also making it affordable where we're not just trying to gouge these players, trying to give them good opportunities. Yeah. So, the more I was researching what you're doing, and I'm like Jordan, I've been following your trajectory up and what you've been doing. And I see how similar it is, or at least in my mind.
It's great. I mean, I've seen the correspondence work. I mean, you're the only one keeping the world updated on what's going on. You're doing a great job.
She puts in a lot of time and effort with those things.
Because I feel like so important for these players to be showcased. I want people to know how great these people are. Each of them have so many stories, incredible stories, and they're incredible players. And I just want to highlight them as much as I can. So I love it.
It's really cool. I saw even, I mean, you touched on it there, but that was you who launched the Before Pickleball This.
Yeah, did you like that?
That was really cool. I thought it was like a viral trend for a little bit, was how many people I saw doing it. And then like 10 or 12 in, I was like, oh, I think this is like a US, and then I, tracked it. But it was really cool. I thought that was such a cool, I might have to jump on.
And then just tag My Sparky Life, and then you can pretend like it's all yours. As long as you tag me on them.
Yes, of course.
No, it was so fun for them to do it, and it was fun for us to see, okay, look, these people, I mean, a majority of pickleball players at 35 plus, they came from other sports. Like we have pro hockey players, we have pro players, we've had a
WNBA player, that's
WNBA player.
That's cool.
Yeah. So all of their life experiences, that's just really cool. So,
and obviously Wayman was disc golf.
Yes, disc golf. Oh, that's
pro champion. He's really cool. Yeah, I think he did it a few years ago and made it to the pro level, and then I think recently he did it again. His original career predates pickleball, and then I think he went from there into pickleball, and then kind of not necessarily faded away from pickleball. Then he got really back into, like you said, they were going out all the time, and then now he's so talented. He just picks it up and rocks it.
I'm going to briefly ask you about where you're about to speak. Is it Picklepalooza? Is that what it's?
PickleCon.
PickleCon.
Picklepalooza?
I just thought Picklepalooza.
Is there a Picklepalooza? If not, there should be.
No, it sounds
there you go. You should do a Picklepalooza.
Like a pickleball rave. Picklepalooza.
Pickleball rave is happening. That's Sydney Steinecker.
Oh, wow.
Oh, well, there we go. See, you think
did you not know about that?
No.
If you're into it, I'll connect you. She's doing some really cool events in Las Vegas with, like, she was just at the Plaza Hotel doing a big pickleball rave there, and like they had the neon. Yeah, it's really cool. She's doing some really cool stuff.
We can interview her.
Yeah, I think about it by rave stage, but I would love to support her.
Yeah.
Oh, we could just do one more go at the raves.
One more go around. All right.
That's the one. You get everything in one.
That's right.
Okay.
So cool. All right, PickleCon. Yeah.
PickleCon. Okay, got it.
And when is that happening?
July 24th through 26th.
Okay.
You are going to speak at PickleCon in July. Can you give us a little bit about what you're going to be doing there? Who you're going to be speaking to?
And how did you get asked to do that?
There's a few questions in one there.
I know. We get a little excited about things sometimes, so we just
it's a really cool event in Kansas City. I think this is their third year doing it at the Kansas City Convention Center, and it's a big festival for pickleball. So they have everything from internal tournaments and lessons and clinics to big networking events to a celebrity showdown and all sorts of fun stuff all weekend. So it really is like a festival and a networking event and a tournament and everything all in one. And then within the networking stratosphere is they'll have a few panelists, and I'll be a keynote speaker at that, which will be really fun. I'm really excited, and I'll be talking about kind of a lot of the stuff we've talked about here, where this objective of accessibility in pickleball and where we're straying from that a little bit and what I think we can do to right the ship. And so I'm really excited to have a platform to speak at a great event there.
You're going to do great.
Thank you.
And then the other part of that question was?
We all forgot. 5 questions within
how did you get asked to do that? Or how did you get involved in that?
That is an excellent question. I would like to say LinkedIn.
I gotta get on LinkedIn.
You gotta get on LinkedIn. People hate on it.
I said, you need to go look at Cody's LinkedIn. He has a lot of stuff on there.
I'm like, I don't think I have a LinkedIn.
I'm like,
that's just one more social media I have to deal with. But I'm going to do it because that sounds like that is a good way to get involved in
really
things.
good for networking. So.
All right.
Yeah.
You should do it with USPO.
Yeah.
You should. If you can like bob and weave your way through all the questionable stuff on there, then you can meet some really cool people.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you two are going to be my two friends to start with.
Yeah.
And then you
We can connect on
introduce
LinkedIn,
me to
that's
people. All right. The first fun question, which we usually start with this, but actually I'm glad that you got to know us a little bit better.
Yeah,
now
because it's really weird.
Okay. So as you can see here, we've got two chairs in our studio. You know the questions coming. Everybody knows. All right. So whose lap are you going to choose? Jordan's or mine?
My honest answer to that is I always come prepared, and to this day, I bring a lawn chair with me almost everywhere I go. That's a real answer.
That is so. No one's ever said that either.
I was like, please make this a unique anscer because I don't want.
That's so good. You're going to bring your own lawn chair.
It's in the back of my Camry. Yeah.
Perfect.
Good answer, Cody.
Well, you're welcome in the studio now that you're going to bring your own chair.
Thank you.
Oh, that's a great answer.
Okay. Go ahead.
I was just going to bring it back into Brick Wall. And so you've competed a few times. Who is the hardest player that you've played against?
Ooh. Do I have to pick one, or can I like highlight it to? I would say throughout all of last year, the first one that comes to mind is Anwar Bram. He's a great dude. Anwar is unbelievable. I mean, he is, I think, going to be one of the best players in the world. He's a great work ethic, great dude. But on court with him, I was a Brick Wall Southeast event, and me and my partner Michael Iglesias got hot, and we ran it to the finals, and then we ran into Anwar, and it was like he was, toying with us. Like we were giving it our all, and he could just take a ball from I would hit a drop, and my partner would kind of move in on it, and he would take it from halfway below the net on his partner's side of the court and full bag my partner. And he would come back to the baseline, and he was starting to get frustrated. He never gets frustrated. He's so level headed. And I was like, I don't know what you want me to do. That was a good drop. I don't know what he's doing. He's freaking incredible. Beyond that, I would say Oscar, Sarah, and Sunil, just as a unit, Oscar and Sunil Jagtiani are, as a team, I think cohesively the hardest team that I've played. They're incredible. A lot of people doubted them, and they won our national championship over, I think, 5 different APP gold medalists. Oscar and Sunil ran through them all.
Wow.
And then my last one would be Andreas Silverstrom, the mid-40s Swedish wonder. He's 6'9". He has
6'9".
Yeah, he played pro tennis for a long time. He was a table tennis prodigy before that. He's just has everything. I think if he was 26, I think he could make a run at being the best player in the world. He is unbelievable. Same thing. He beat all those top guys. And so those are the 3 that playing was like, wow, this is a different something.
Yeah. That is so cool. Have you won any of them?
No, I have 4 silvers in my own events. I've never won.
Okay. All right. So you got money from those though? You won money? Like you win money for silver?
Yeah. I don't remember how much I made, but
okay. I don't need the dollar amount. I'm just curious. Yeah. Okay. So my question would be, all right. So if you win, let's say that you win.
Sure.
What percentage do you think that your partner should get, and what percentage do you think you should get?
I would say 50-50. That's what we've done in the past. Just a clean 50-50 split.
Hey, you actually owe me.
Yeah, like I just 2 versus 1 here. Cough it up.
Oh, too funny. Okay, what's next on there?
The most underrated skill in pickleball. What do you think it is?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know that I've thought about that.
These are not really rapid fire.
This is
I'm gonna do my rapid fire after this.
Okay.
I'll answer more rapidly after this one. That's a really good question.
I think a lob, like a good lob.
I would say
jump high is really hard.
Okay, well,
depending on the ceiling, you're playing.
People,
yeah, you're playing. Sure. Against me, the lob works great.
It's great.
I would say grit more than any like individual skill. I think I've seen that make or break players more than any other skill.
That's good. That's good. I like a little grit. That's good. Okay. Singles or doubles?
Doubles.
All right. Ernie or ATP?
ATP.
All right. Body bag or Nasty Nelson?
Body bag.
If you had to pick one person that you would have to Nasty Nelson, who would you choose?
I don't think I should answer that to be
Yes, you should.
as a director. Actually, I've tried to hit Sunil, I think, twice. So it'd be nice to get him at one of these times.
Okay, that's a good answer. All right. If there was a zombie apocalypse and you had to pick one person to fight alongside you, who would you pick?
Mariah, my partner.
Oh, okay.
Oh, between the two of you?
No, just in general.
Okay. Or me. Who would you pick? You can have Mariah, fine, whatever. I just like to do that to everybody and then make them feel bad when they pick me. Yeah.
That's your go-to.
All right, good. Do you have any last rapid fire questions?
Did you already say gender or mixed?
Oh, gender or mixed?
Oh, that's a good question. I would say gendered by a hair.
Do you play mixed with your partner, Mariah? Or
not at Brick Wall. She is more in the 3-0 range. I think she's out playing right now, actually, but we haven't played it competitively together. No.
Okay.
Don't ever do it, please.
And don't play with your mom either.
Don't play with your mom. Don't play with anyone you know if you have my attitude.
I'll keep that in mind.
If you have Jordan's attitude, that was good.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, good self-reflection.
It was. I love playing against people I don't know because then I'm like, oh, it doesn't matter. As soon as either my mom or my boyfriend steps on the court, I am like
raging
off
the
court one time for a few days.
Yeah.
Who's better between the two of you?
What's that?
Who's better between the two of you?
Now her. Yes, she's way better than I am now.
Well,
when she first started,
when I first started, it was so scary playing against me. Like I was hitting people's faces. Like I came from basketball and volleyball, so I was just like power. Sure. And then I picked up on the dinking, and now I have both. I feel like I have a good balance of both.
She didn't care about like ripping her two-handed backhand as she was learning how to do it. Yeah. And then just like she said, just hitting people in the face.
Oh, it was so bad.
Wow. It's like it didn't matter because she was just going to keep on doing it. And I was always the one that I would do it very timidly.
Yeah.
And now she can rip it and I still am like struggling with it.
But well, anyways, we're still working on it.
Yeah.
My full-time job really gets in the way of my pickleball. So
her pickleball career.
What do you do?
I'm a project manager at a digital marketing.
Digital marketing. Yeah.
Oh, so nice. I work from home, which is nice, but
that is nice.
I try to get out like once or twice a week to play, but I would love to be out there every
it
night.
A full-time career.
Yeah. But it's too expensive. And this is why Brick Wall Pickleball is perfect for me.
Yeah.
You got to get out there and play in the tournament.
I will be at one of your events. Don't worry.
I look forward to it.
If not playing, well, you can play. I'll come and watch, and then I'll walk around and then interview people for you.
Yeah. That'll be great.
Yeah. But thank you so much. Do you have anything else that you want to share with our listeners, our viewers?
No, I'm very grateful for the platform. I'm very excited to continue to build this, I think, alongside the community. And I think it's going to be a really, really fun next 6-9 months. I think we've just gotten started. I think it's going to get a lot bigger very quickly.
Well, the community is very lucky to have you. So
yes.
Thank you.
We thank you for doing what you do.
Thank you very much.
For coming on and telling us your story. And then hopefully next year we try to make a plan with everyone that we're going to have you back on the podcast to see where you are with Brick Wall and see, the strengths and the weaknesses throughout there, the challenges. But
I love that.
It's so much fun talking to you and getting to know you.
Thank you so much.
You've been awesome.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are so excited to be here with Cody, and we appreciate all of his time and appreciate Jordan being back in the studio with me. As you can see, I just keep on petting her because I'm just excited that
so
she's
annoying.
here.
Too close. We need a wall here.
People, what do they need to do? They need to
like, subscribe, follow, share, do all of the
put your
fun
comments
things
down there.
Go check out Brick Wall Pickleball website linked in our bio below. Please go give Cody a follow on all social media, Brick Wall Pickleball. And cheers to the next year of Brick Wall Pickleball.
Woo! All right, everybody.
Thank you. Peace.
Thanks, Cody. You're awesome. Good job.